All right, I am ready.
All right,
Hello,
so
all the beautiful souls.
Izzy's looking for a romantic read for 2026.
I will let you take that one.
All right.
I'm going to step back.
So for those of you who are wondering why Rose is stepping back is because she knows Izzy very personally.
Yes. And I have another Facebook group page, and she was on there. I believe it was last week that she received a reading. So there was some messages that came through, and it's now coming from you. So it'll be another new, beautiful, bright light of a message.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what her reading was last week, but let's take a look to see what I have.
Mhm.
Um, so I pulled three cards. Izzy, I got the Eight of Swords, the Tower, and the Two of Pentacles. So the very first card, I'm going to hold it up here. You can see the woman is looking into the mirror, and there's a reflection. There's something that's within you that's trapping yourself. So you feel like you're trapped, you feel like you're bound. There's something that's really holding you back, but yet the reality is it's not. It's just the way you perceive yourself, it's the way you look at yourself, okay? But something is telling me there's going to be some big change that's coming to you in 2026, and that's the Tower, and it's going to be very sudden and big, and you cannot miss it. And with that, you've got the Two of Pentacles, so it's talking about balance. Now, if I look at this from a romantic perspective, um, the key from these three cards is the way you perceive yourself and the way you think others perceive you. That goes back to the very first card that I pulled, which is this one, the Eight of Swords. You have a way out. It's not showing me any kind of union with somebody. What it's showing me is that there's something that you have to drop out of your system and let go. And it's a big thing, Izzy. And then at that point, you're going to find balance. Okay, you need the balance for yourself before some romantic person comes your way. I don't know if that makes sense. Izzy, let us know. All
Beautifully
right.
delivered, Steve.
Yeah. Okay, so Ari is next. And she has a question. She wants a reading on love and career. So we'll start off with love. And I think we'll both do this one, Rose, because with
Wonderful.
Ari, I've met Ari like twice. So,
Okay. Sounds wonderful.
sorry, I lost half
You
my
know,
deck
it's
there.
it's it's kind of interesting because I was on the threads, right? And there somebody had posted a question. It was another, I guess, another psychic, and they were asking about do psychics when they do their readings, do they show their cards? So whether you have a one-on-one, somebody's visiting you and they're getting a reading, or we're online. And it's interesting. The question for me, or so the answer I should say, was no. I very, very, very seldom ever
Yep.
pull up the cards, and then you get many like yourself who do, and it's kind of interesting. So I would love to know, I'm going to ask the audience, I'd love to ask the question, does it make a difference when the cards are up, or it doesn't really matter for everybody? Because do they really understand the cards that are being shown? So I think this was my question to the audience. I'd like to just know it. It's not going to change the way I will deliver my messages or Steve. It's
Yep.
just simply trying to ask, do they love viewing it, or is it doesn't really matter as long as the message resonates?
All right. And we'll look at that in a minute. And right now
Okay,
we'll pull for Ari for love.
sounds good. So it's kind of interesting. You know why?
Hmm.
Um, Steve, at this moment, I feel like right now, I don't feel it in the immediate space at this moment. So whether she currently has maybe someone that she's communicating with or not, I'm just not feeling that at this moment love is entering into the space the way she would love to have it. The reason why I'm saying this is because there's a focus point right now on a career base. So it's basically saying to you to focus more on you based on your career, because if you start to kind of intertwine the two, you might start losing sight of what you need to build, where you need to go, and how you need to kind of flourish in the career world. So it's not saying that the love would be an interference. You might just, you've got a very soft heart. So this, I feel like the love would be poured more into the actual partner if you had one specifically at this moment. So it's just basically saying right now to kind of balance, move forward with your career, your work, and somebody will come in. And I feel like there'll be somebody, whether it's in a direct workspace or somebody that you know that knows somebody that is connected through the work. So this is what I'm feeling. And I feel you have still up until August of next year before someone seriously comes in to give you that wow feeling.
Yeah. And so I'm going to echo with what Rose was saying about work, because my first two cards that I pulled are related to work and career. So Ari, you've got, the Page of Pentacles. So some kind of a new opportunity is coming your way. Okay. But at the same time, it's telling you know what, hold on to your resources. That could be money or time. The reason being because this new venture or this new opportunity, it's not 100% for sure thing. So that's kind of why it's telling you. Now, when it comes to romance, again, I don't see it either, but my last card was not nice. You got the Devil. So something tells me you might, like Rose said, you might meet somebody through your work, but you have to be very careful of what you're attracted to them about. So you're going to have some kind of feelings come out that it's very passionate, very fire, but they're not who you think they are, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, definitely. Yeah, Steve, it's about really taking the time. Sometimes when we really, put out to the universe, we want, and I get it. I really do understand. Everybody understands. We all deserve love. But sometimes it is about just allowing the universe to divinely bring in exactly what your heart really feels, really seeks, and really wishes to have. So sometimes don't go overstepping the time that is not in aligned with yourself. Okay, that's not alignment.
All right. I hope that makes sense for you. Okay, and the next one, Maria del Carmen. Maria, she said hello, me please, but is there anything, Maria, that you want specific, or do you just want a general read? Just trying to see
It'd
here.
be nice if they ask a question so that way we can answer that question for them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Maria, I'll wait for you to respond, and I'll go to the next one, which is Lady D. What end of the year messages to my guides have for me?
Okay.
So what we'll do is we're going to pull cards, Lady D, and we'll see what messages come through. Lily, I see that you want a reading as well. I'll keep scrolling to see if you've asked a question.
Okay. So may I?
Yeah.
With Lady D, there was a period of, let's backtrack, probably about within 6 months to a year. So I want to say even the year point. Let's rewind. There was a point of her time where she had things on hold. So that means this was saying to me that she was going through her own personal things and didn't have enough time to really focus on what she really, really wanted at this moment. This is the time where, now let's fast forward in the here and the now and the presence, is such a big shift that is working forward and working with her to actually now start moving in the actual understanding of what it is that her heart desires. So her heart right now is connected to something that she's currently doing. She's very passionate about it. She's finally found the courage, the strength, and the confidence to completely know who she is and what she wants. So this is a really, really beautiful thing. On her upcoming is the new beginnings, the journey, and the creativity of what she's manifested from before, that things that were on hold for her, but now she's actually in the proper movement of everything going forward for her. So the guides are basically saying to you, this is your time to shine. Really, this is your time. That means your mind is really, really working in the most loving way to feel, to sense, to create, and to bring forward exactly what you feel you are here to do. So this is your time, Lady D. Balance all that you can, all that you wish. And don't be afraid to kind of step out of what you're currently doing to kind of bring more into it. So keep shining your light. You're going to do wonderfully well.
That's an amazing message. Quite interesting. I have something completely different. So,
I
lady,
love when we're opposite sometimes because that means because there's still
yeah,
another message there.
that's right. So, and mine's very clear, but very eerie in a way. Okay. So, you know, the first card I've got, lady, is that you've got the Seven of Swords. It's almost like you got away with something in a sneaky way. Okay. I don't know what that is. It could be work related, could be romance, it could be friendship, anything that you might have gotten away with that maybe you shouldn't have, but luck was on your side and nobody figured it out. But then I've got the Eight of Wands, which means that there's going to be a message coming your way, and it's going to be fast and it's going to hit hard. It's going to be either in the form of a text, a phone call, or an email, something very, very quick. And it's going to be very focused. So you can see there's like a center, almost like a dartboard. And the last card I've got is Justice. So if you got away with something, I feel like now it's going to catch up to you, and not that you're going to have to pay the piper, but it's a message that's kind of saying, you know what? Okay, you got away with it for a while. You're not getting away with it anymore. Okay, so I don't know if that makes any sense, lady. Let us know. But it's not
I
the
love it.
yeah,
You know what? It kind of just brought me back to more something with her personal space of her personal life
yeah,
versus the actual journey. So sometimes, you know what, us flipping, the cards doesn't mean we have to read the same way. It just means there's an alignment of this, an alignment of that, and things that need to be really focused on. So hopefully she resonates with both messages.
yeah.
Very interesting.
Rosella asks, hi, you both on Instagram, and Rosie, you're only on Facebook. So Rosella, we're gonna go back on Facebook at 8:30. Um,
We might be a little sooner than that because we jumped on earlier on the Instagram, so we might be a little bit sooner.
yeah. Okay, so Izzy's saying, wow, Steve, absolutely. Thank you, my dear. You're very welcome. Margaret, hello. Sandra, thanks for joining. Okay, so Ari answered your question about the cards being shown.
Okay.
So she said it doesn't really matter, but I like the pictures because sometimes I see things that mean something to me.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. Thank you for taking the moment to share that, Ari. Thank you.
Izzy also responded. She goes, I love seeing the cards.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And lady, I like to know when the cards are in the upright or reverse, but it's really if the message resonates with for me. And
Beautiful.
lady, just so that's another good point you bring up, whether they're upright or reversed. Sometimes, depending on the tarot reader, we don't do reversals all the time. It's whatever it calls to us. The reason
Yes,
being is the cards, depending on their alignment, they could have a positive or a negative aspect to them. And it's up to the
that's right.
reader to kind of figure that out, right?
Yeah. And I also feel that, whether they are upright or reversed, I still feel it is about the reader of how they're delivering. So it's really important. So when we see the actual card, for an example, and we see the actual card, every reader, I don't read specifically the picture, I don't read the tarot. I run intuitively through what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing. So this is why, for me, I would not be placing the cards up, but it does make sense. People love to see it because maybe they feel like they do connect to that picture.
Yeah, yeah,
But again, it wouldn't make sense that if I'm reading this per se, it would not make sense even to Steve, to be quite honest with you. If I was to read this, it'll be an opposite reading of what is being delivered. So
yeah.
that's how I feel about the cards. But Lady D, she did say very interesting. So is it just validate yes or no? We don't need to get into any personal things. Does that make sense of the deliverance from what was on your journey to what was in your personal? Lady D, would love to hear from that.
No, she put a couple of hearts. She said, thank you so much, Rose. And thank you, Steve. Very interesting.
Very
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
If
Thank
it
you.
like if they resonate with you, let us know. Oops.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And I think,
Uh,
what's kind of interesting and being at so many events, outdoor events, cards are in front because obviously you're flipping the cards, and
Yeah.
there are so many people that come in, and sometimes what happens is, and I've seen it over and over again, the death card comes out and they freak out. They literally like, oh my goodness, the death card. So they feel something negative towards that. They feel like something's going to happen, but really it's one of the most positive cards in the actual tarot,
Yeah.
tarot deck. So this is why when you show them, sometimes their mind can be shifting somewhere else versus allowing to listen to the message that's coming through
Yeah.
the
100%.
intuitive. Yeah.
Okay, so we have Maria. So Maria wants a general read. So we'll
Is
do.
there not a question? Does Maria have a question?
She just wants general, and Margaret wants general as well. So what we'll do, I think for general, Rose, we'll just pull a couple of cards and see what the message that comes through is for them.
Okay.
And if you have a specific question, it's better because we can tailor the cards that come up to that question to give you a more accurate reading. All right, so Maria, we'll do general. Okay.
That's my face.
Okay. So Maria, I'm going to start off. Maybe I'll read it and then I'll show you the cards. There's something that you have a wall up of some sort, okay, and you're protecting something, someone, or you've been hurt to the point where you've got a wall up, okay? But there is a decision that you need to make, and yet you don't have all the things in front of you that you can see. You're kind of blindfolded, which is telling me the decision you're going to have to make with is through your heart, okay? And then once you've come up with that decision, you have to take action, and it's going to be swift, okay? I don't know if this resonates. Again, so you've got, this is the barrier, the wall, okay? This is the card that you need to make a decision about, and you can see she's blindfolded. And then we've got the Knight, which is really all about doing action, and action very quick and methodical, okay? Rose, did you have anything for that?
I do. I feel like right now, she's feeling a little bit of pressure, a little bit of a burden. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. I feel like this is representing somebody in her life. So this could be a partner, this could be somebody of a family member, somebody that you deeply love. I feel like that you are now, it's almost like there was some kind of hurt that has been inflicted, something that you're carrying, that you're kind of like saying to yourself you need to kind of step back or walk away, or if you have walked away, you're carrying this extra weight with you. So I feel like this is a time for you to kind of sit back, stand still, reflect, and really kind of sort out the inner feelings for yourself and what you really want as far as a love and a partner, because this is almost telling me you're here to learn something from this. And I feel like this is probably, could have been a first love or somebody that you really are very tied to, but there's a learning here in this situation. And I feel like it's almost like this partner doesn't want to kind of let go as well, or this partner has kind of shifted outside of the actual situation. So
All right, Maria.
this has left her with a little bit of heaviness and a little
Yeah.
bit of burden.
So Maria,
Yeah.
a couple of different messages there for you, and see what resonates, and
Yeah.
take that.
Yeah. I'd much
Okay.
prefer if you have any questions, just post the questions, because you're asking a broad question around, and it could be anything.
Okay, we've got Margaret, another general, and then we have a specific question after that. So Margaret, let's do a general read for you.
That was for Maria, correct? The last
Yeah,
one?
that was Maria. Yeah.
Maria, does that make sense to you, lovely? It's almost like time to step back. That's what I'm seeing and feeling.
Yeah, I think that's why I've got the wall card for her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
there's something that's happening.
Definitely. Let's check on that. So we're talking now
Margaret
about,
now.
let's take Margaret's. Let's see what Margaret. Interesting.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
I feel like with Margaret, sorry about that, Emily. I feel like with Margaret, it's just yeah, just taking a slowdown on part of what she's currently doing to enter into something new. New journey lies ahead. So there's going to be a switch basically from one to another, but it's going to kind of glide into each other. And this is going to be based on more to do with her personal space blended with the workspace at the same time. So there is a blend here going on. She is having some difficulties in kind of trying to balance out to figure it out. But
Mhm.
rest assured, and I really say rest assured, there's the death card. So I will put it up there for everybody to see. There is beautiful new beginnings for you. Just find the strength, the courage to know that what you're doing is what you're meant to continue to keep going.
Yeah, so Margaret, I have a little bit of a similar message there. Mine is coming from a family perspective. So what I'm seeing here is that there is like a happy family life going on, and that doesn't mean like you and kids. It could be you and a partner, or
OMG.
you and your parents, or you and your siblings, something like that. But it's really showing me that you're taking the lead as like the mother figure. It's almost like you're taking care of the family part, and maybe overextending the energy that you have because you're starting to feel at a loss, I would say. So it's almost like you're being drained from being like a motherly figure taking care of people. That's what I'm feeling from these three cards that have come up. I don't know if that resonates with you or not. Let us know. Okay. Oh, you're on mute, Rose.
Oh,
Yeah.
so yeah, so this is where I feel like the whole transitional part is blended with what
Yeah.
you're bringing forward is family and her current work
Yeah.
of where she works. So yes.
Okay, Sandra, you're up next, and she just has what do I need to know? So very similar to a general read. So we'll do a general there.
In her career, I think Sandra, she's got another one. What will my new career be based on?
Is it a little lower? Let me see. Yes, there it is. Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, Johan, thanks for joining. And Sandra's like, love the dog tail. It's a cat tail.
it's a cat tail. Sorry. You know, this is the interesting part. She should actually take over my readings because she's in every single audio video that I do.
All
Everybody knows Sky.
right. And Margaret saying, yes, it does. Thank you. You're welcome.
We're welcome, Margaret. Thank you. Wow, kind of interesting. So, may I, Steve?
Yep.
Sandra. Okay. So, what I see is a very spiritual woman. I'm going to say this. And I feel like you have not completely got to where you need to get to. So basically you're on this exploration of moving in different areas to really kind of own in to what you really feel you want to do. But it's a good positive thing because I feel like there's an inner deep part of you that really connects to so many different levels of spirituality that you're kind of wide, which is great. And I feel like you're going to eventually start to incorporate what you're currently doing to add on more in the upcoming of 2026, probably more in the fall time, in the winter time. And I feel like you're actually onto something that you are doing independently, or you're working towards something independently
Hmm.
to get yourself up and running the way you actually have been wanting to. So this is a very beautiful thing. You are also cleaning house. I see this. You're cleaning house around you to kind of let go of things that really don't serve your purpose, but you're moving in a new direction. So you've kind of changed your ways of looking at things in life and on the way and actually on your path. So I hope this resonates. You're actually on a good path.
Yeah, actually, my reading's very similar, Rose, to yours. So, you talk about spirituality, and here I've got the stars, my first card.
Beautiful.
So, Sandra, it's really telling me that yes, you are connected to the universe. Yes, you have more abilities than I would say the average person does. And the star is also about allowing vulnerability into your life. Okay, so from a career perspective, just allow things to flow, maybe not have a lot of control over them. Okay, the second card I've got is the Ace of Swords. That really is all about intellect. So it's telling me you're very smart, you're very intuitive, you come up with a lot of new ideas, and you want these ideas to roll out. Okay, and at the same time, you need to keep a couple of close people around you. You're going to work with a couple of close people, whether it be on a project or something. Again, the group is small. So, like Rose was saying, you cleaned house, and now you're keeping the people that you really trust close to you, and those are the ones that you need to work with.
Beautiful.
So, hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah. Do you actually see the comments?
I do, but like there's like a little gap. So I'm now at the very end, and I can see what pops up now.
Okay. Because I'm actually not seeing anything.
Sandra, let us know if that resonates with you.
Yeah.
And is there anyone else on the live here that is looking for a reading? Let us know. Because then she said, wow, you guys, 100, 100, 100. So,
Beautiful. Thank
yeah,
you. That's for Sandra. Yes.
yes.
Yeah, there's a very, very inner deep, knowing about her. It's almost where she connects to so many different levels of spirituality. Again, I have to really say this.
Yeah,
And it's very deep for her. Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know what she does, but I do feel some astrology, something to do with astrology. So if that really resonates, Sandra, I think this is what the guides are really telling me. So
Yeah.
if you're not into astrology, you might want to kind of look into it. But I
So
feel you
she's
are.
saying, thank you, very grateful for the validation.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sandra. Thanks for joining.
Okay, so
Oh,
one last call before Rose and I switch over to Facebook. Is there anyone here that would want a reading? Last call.
there is one we have missed. It's Lily
Okay.
Scar, which is
Oh, Lily.
yes,
Oh my God, how can I forget about you, Lily? Okay.
that's okay.
Lily,
That
do you have a specific question? I'll give it a second to for you to type it. If not, just type general and we'll do a general.
if you're still on. If not, she'll be on Facebook. She's on Facebook. It's let's take a look here.
I'll just wait a minute.
No.
Oh.
It's kind of interesting because I guess when you and we've been doing readings for what? Is it now a year and a half, 2 years, is it?
Yeah.
So, the people always, okay, they're going to be live. So will find them on Steve's Energy Healing with Steve, or they'll find us on Heaven on Earth. So, you know what? This is great because we're coming off one and they might jump on the second again to say,
Yeah.
let's ask another question now. Nobody knows I asked a question.
Yeah, and those of you that are still on and watching that you have more than one reading you wanted, do exactly what Rose said. Go onto the Facebook and we'll see you there.
That's right, exactly.
All right.
I'm telling you. Okay,
Okay,
are you
so
are you still there, Lily Scar, which is beautiful, Andrea? Are you there, Andrea?
uh, Sandra saying this is wonderful seeing you guys in person doing your thing.
Oh, thank you, Sandra.
Lady, you're thanks for joining. I'm just trying to see who's on. No, that's it. So
Okay. So I think Andrea's not on. She might have come off from now.
yeah,
So we'll thank everybody for joining us tonight.
Rose, how can they follow you on Facebook?
Actually, it is a Facebook group page and it's Tarot Guidance. It's called Tarot Guidance. So you can just jump on there and we're going to be on there in a few minutes.
Okay.
All
Enjoy.
right.
Thank you, lady. Enjoy the
Thank
holidays to
you.
you.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays and a happy new year. Much love to you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.